It's me, Bernie Bear, and welcome back to another video. Now in this video, we're going to be starting probably a new series. I don't know, maybe if this does good, I'll continue it. But it's going to be FNaF Unanswered Questions. Now, I got this idea from, well, I didn't really get it. I started it, but then he uploaded them before me. And if you do that, if you do that, people think it's stealing, I don't know. But I got it from FreddyPopCollector. I'll leave a link to him in the description. He also does FNaF stuff, so go check him out. But without further ado, let's get into some FNaF unanswered questions. And again, like I said, if this does well, I'll make a part 2 with more unanswered questions. Because I have a ginormous, like, 2.5 page thing of unanswered questions. But I'm going to try and get through, like, a lot of them. So without further ado, let's begin with FNaF 1. So this one isn't really a FNaF 1 question. It's more like a general question. But are Golden Freddy, Shadow Freddy, and Fredbear the same character? Now, I'm kind of going to backtrack on this because Shadow Freddy and Shadow Bonnie are like the Agony Dark Remnant. If you read, well, I didn't really read it, but if you've listened or read the third Stitch Right story in the 135 book in the Fazbear franchise, then you'll know that it's like Dark Agony. But Golden Freddy and Fredbear, I don't think they're the same character. Next up, we've got Phone Guy's real name. I think Phone Guy could be either a random guy, or it could be the FNaF 4 bully, the older brother, because he says Foxy's his favorite, and the bully wears a Foxy mask, and we don't know what happens to the older brother, and it would be kind of ironic, like, you know, the older brother was bullying the younger brother, and now the older brother is helping the younger brother now as Michael. And then finally for FNaF 1, where's the puppet? Is she in the kitchen? She's in the FNaF 2 cutscenes, so she's got to be somewhere. I don't know. She could just be the Phantom, or I don't know. Maybe she's in the kitchen. I'm not sure. Moving on to FNaF 2. Okay, for FNaF 2, we've got, are the toy animatronics possessed, or are they like, did they get a virus? I do think they are possessed, because FNaF 2 shows us more dead kids. Why were they scrapped? Did they get corrupted or with a virus? I think they were just scrapped because, like, they wanted to move on. I don't know. What's up with the Paper Pals, Endo02, and JJ? JJ could just be a hallucination. The Paper Pals could be a possessed object, but not possessed by kids, possessed by the agony of the restaurants, like in the 135 Stitch Red story. And then Endo02, I just think is a random endoskeleton. He could be Golden Freddy's endoskeleton, that's the next one. What does JJ stand for? I don't know, maybe like jumping, Jilly, I don't know. Why is it save him when FNaF 6 retcons it to be Henry's daughter? I think it is just a mistake. And did the bite of 87 really happen, or was it lobotomy like FNaF 6 says? And if it did happen, which it probably, I think it did. Who bit who? I think Mangle bit the day shift guard. That's just universally accepted. Hasn't been confirmed, but it's just accepted. Now on to FNaF 3. FNaF 3, we've got, what was the sister location and temporary suits mentioned from Phone Guy in the training tapes? This could be Fredbear's, or it could be an entirely new location, and the temporary suits could be the mediocre melodies like Matt Pat said. Why did Shadow Freddy lure the animatronics to the back room? I really don't know. Was Shadow Freddy Golden Freddy? Or was it William? Or I don't know. Who is Phantom Golden Freddy? He appears on the left. He appears on the left side of your office sometimes, but then at the same time, Phantom Freddy is modeled after Withered Golden Freddy, so I'm not sure. Why is there no Phantom Bonnie? I really don't know. And this one, kind of, we have an answer. Why was Afton dismembering the animatronics? Did he want the remnant? I do think he was just dismembering them for the remnant. Then he puts them in a sister location animatronics, or just use them for whatever. It's just, you know, whatever. Now on to Five Nights at Freddy's 4, the final chapter. Okay, this one's the most obvious question, but what's in the box? I don't think the box is a real thing in the Afton household. I think it's a metaphor for either the story or the FNaF 6 location, like Game Theory said. Or it could be a real thing, and it could have memories in it. What are the nightmares? I think they're just random, like, endoskeletons with sharp teeth and spook. But, like, I think they just use the mind discs. Why do we hear FNAF 1's phone call from Phone Guy in the ambience, just reversed and slowed down, I think. I think this one's just ambience. Yeah, what happened to the older brother? Phone Guy, I think. Who is he? Like, what's his name and stuff? And what happened to the other bullies? I don't know. Who is the crying kid? Is he Afton? Is he N Afton or is he Michael? I think it's Michael as a robot. What is Nightmare? Why does he exist? Why couldn't it always just be Fredbear? Does he represent death? I think he's just another spooky endoskeleton. And then finally, why do the teasers hint towards the bite of 87 when the game shows the bite of 83? Is it a retcon? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I do think it's just a retcon. So now it's time for Sister Location. Where does Sister Location take place in the timeline? It's probably before. It's before FNAF 1. I'm not gonna get into it. What happens to Mike after Ennard leaves his body? Like, where does he go? Does he have a house? Does he live with Afton? I'm not sure. Is Lolbit canon? She's an Easter egg, but then it just might be an Easter egg. But she's also in FNAF VR, and they said they took the chips or whatever from the old locations and directly inserted them. I don't think they would just add another character. Is Bitty Bomb what? Bon Bitty Bab in the mini arenas possessed? I don't think they're possessed. I think it's just more agony fuel. They're not really possessed, it's just agony. Now time for Five Nights at Freddy's World. The game that Scott doesn't like, but I do. And so do a lot of other people. So yeah. What's with the angel ending? Is it Scott with his kids, or is it the Aftons? I think FNAF World's endings go meta into Scott's real life, so I think it's just Scott with his two kids, just vibing, wanting to be done with FNAF. In the files, there's an image of the FNAF 4 box opened. Why wasn't it opened? Please, open the box. And then finally, this one's a retcon. Why are baby's eyes yellow instead of blue or green? Was it a retcon? Yes. Could it be a book thing? Not sure, because Henry, oofs himself in the books, and so FNAF World's showing that. I don't know. Could be his, suicide sauce endoskeleton, but I'm not sure. You hear baby. I don't know. I think it's just a retcon. But now on to FNAF 6. What's with the angel ending? Is it Scott with his kids, or is it the Aftons? I think FNAF World's endings go meta into Scott's real life, so I think it's just Scott with his two kids, just vibing, wanting to be done with FNAF. In the files, there's an image of the FNAF 4 box opened. Why wasn't it opened? Please, open the box. And then finally, this one's a retcon. Why are baby's eyes yellow instead of blue or green? Was it a retcon? Yes. Could it be a book thing? Not sure, because Henry, oofs himself in the books, and so FNAF World's showing that. I don't know. Could be his, suicide sauce endoskeleton, but I'm not sure. You hear baby. I don't know. I think it's just a retcon. But now on to FNAF 6. What's up with the Golden Freddy cutscene? Is it to show Golden Freddy finally resting? Or is it to show that he was never fully put to rest? Or is it to show that she, I should say, is still down there torturing Afton and HE double hockey sticks? I think I want it to be that Golden Freddy gets to rest, because I want it to be a good ending for all of them, except William, obviously. But I don't know. What's the full, English translation of Revenge of the Bear? Because if you didn't know, the Freddy vs. Foxy anime is called Revenge of the Bear, and the captions and what they're saying doesn't match up. What's Fredbear saying? We don't have a full version of this. Kellen didn't hint to it in the doco interview. And were they meant for Freddy? Fredbear's lines meant for Freddy because Freddy was going to have a voice, but he didn't. Maybe Scott was saving it for FNAF AR? I'm not sure. I don't know why he didn't get one in FNAF AR, but not Ultimate Custom Night would make more sense. But I don't know. Now on to just random stuff. Starting it off with FNAF 6, we've got a question that everyone really overlooks. Is Henry's daughter named Charlotte in the games? Because we don't hear her name. We hear Afton's daughter, Elizabeth, but we don't know what Henry's daughter is named. It probably is Charlotte, but we don't know. Do we play as Mike? Some of the lines in the game say or hint towards that we don't play as Mike. I'll play a couple of those right now.
You don't really know who your employer is, do you? You're not who I expected to see.
And to you, my brave volunteer, who somehow found this job listing not intended for you. Although there was a way out planned for you, I have a feeling that's not what you want. I have a feeling that you are right where you want to be.
So yeah, we probably do. It's just, I don't know why he would include them, probably to throw us off. Why does Lefty only say shh, but can speak in Ultimate Custom Night? It's probably just to soothe the puppet, or torture her, I'm not sure. And then finally for FNAF 6, is Scrap Baby's claw the one that was used to kill Elizabeth? Probably. And if so, I just think that's really cool. I really like the Scrap animatronics. How they all use parts from their older suits, and old suits in general. I just really like it. But now for Ultimate Custom Night, and then some random ones, yeah. Why does William kill? Is it to experiment with Remnant? But if so, how did he find out about Remnant, and why? Was he abused? Could we just go like the old, my father abused me and he beat my mother, so I killed him and then ran off, and then, I don't know. I don't know. Now, there's a really cool Reddit theory on this, which I'll leave in the description, alongside FreddyPopCollector's channel. It's a really cool theory, and it goes into depth about family and how often if you're interested in it, go see it if you want. I don't know, just Fortnite. I don't know. Why are there so many Jeremys in the FNAF series? We got Jeremy Fitzgerald from FNAF 2. We've got Jeremy, the dead kid who possesses Bonnie. And then we've got Jeremy from FNAF VR, and I think there's a Jeremy in FNAF AR, but I could be wrong on that. It's probably just Scott being Scott and just including a lot of names to throw us off. What gender is the actual puppet animatronic and not the spirit? This one does not matter at all. That's why it's in the random category. The puppet's just a puppet. I don't think it has a real gender, and if it was, it's probably a male. It just doesn't matter. Meander. But yeah, that's it for this. Yeah. If this does well, I'll make a part 2, because I still have a lot of unanswered questions, but I didn't want to make this video like a long video. So if you guys want to see part 2, leave a like and subscribe. Well, you don't have to subscribe, but it would be nice. I'm trying to get to 200. We're 9 away, but yeah. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.